N.N.Saxena from Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh presents 7 gems of the world history, a peep into the past. Let us start from Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation. Full name Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, basically barrister, top class social democrats, freedom fighter of India, and social reformer of international fame. Mahatma Gandhi brought freedom for India. He is the only man in the world history who fought the British government by 3 nobles: truthfulness, non-violence and justice. Sat, Ahimsa or Nyaya. Under many years of struggle, India got freedom under his leadership and he was declared father of the nation. Here I am discussing 7 social sins. Out of 7 social sins, 3 social sins laid down by Mahatma Gandhi. First is politics without principle. Second is science without humanity. Third is trade without moral. Science without politics. Politics without principle has no meaning. It is meaningless. If you are in field of politics, you must follow some principle. Otherwise, it is a rudderless boat. Don't be opportunist. Be adventurous and take adventure for goal. Now, the second principle of Mahatma Gandhi is science without humanity. You see the recent example of the leakage of coronavirus in China during the experiment by the Chinese scientists created havoc throughout the world. Lot of people lost their life. It is still havoc. It is as famous as the horror of Dracula. You must have seen English movie where the Dracula was going to form kingdom against human being. So it is better that if you are doing any experiment or doing anything, innovation, you must take human consideration and humanity. Otherwise, there is no use. It is social sin by Mahatma Gandhi. Now, the third is trade without moral. If you are in the trade and commerce, you must maintain some moral. Adulterations of foods and drink should not be there because it down your morals. The moral of the people is getting down day by day in India. It is a matter of great anxiety for coming generation. Dear friend, it is very essential. If you are in the field of trade and commerce, you must maintain some moral. Otherwise, there is no use. It is also social sin. Now, the second man in this series is Winston Churchill, world famous statesman and diplomat of the England. He was Prime Minister Second World War. You see what he said, his verdict was, take the things as they are. It means if you have got any problem, you take it directly and solve it. Don't make any twist. Otherwise there is no use. You cannot solve it. And that was the success of his life. So friends, it is very essential. Now let us see the excellent work of this great man during the Second World, how he shaped his country. It is very essential. Here I am just quoting some fact of the history, some examples also. I am giving you some fact in the Second World War. Listen carefully. 10th May 1940, the German attacked Belgium and Holland. There was crisis in England and Chamberlain was the Prime Minister of England because Chamberlain was for peace period and it is very difficult to tackle this problem. Last night there was pandemonium in the House of Commons about the selection of future Prime Minister of England. It's this critical moment. Two names came forward. One name from the House of Lord Halifax, and second name from the House of Commons, Winston Churchill. After hot discussion overnight, at last Winston Churchill was selected as the Prime Minister of England, and he saved the nation by diverting the German attack by his competency and diplomacy, and saved the England. Here one thing is very important. See the efficiency and understanding of the British cabinet, how he selected a correct man at right moment. Overnight Chamberlain resigned and he was selected. Dear friend, it is very essential to maintain such things. Now the third man in this series is Abraham Lincoln. He is from poor family and he divided the whole country. You know his verdict? He used to say, a calendar was published, he said, as I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. You see, he is against bureaucracy, aristocracy. He was a strong socialist in the country. He divided the country whole and well known to the world. The fourth man in this series is Karl Marx. Karl Marx, firstly, he was socialist leader, but later he grew into a communist leader throughout the world, and he is very famous. No, his verdict was that he said, society is superstructure based on the economic foundation of the man. You know, society is only superstructure. The basic foundation is the man, individual, where the real power exists. If the man is poor, the society is poor. If the man is rich, the society will be rich. You see the understanding of this great man. And he delighted the whole world up till now. He is famous in the communist leader throughout the world. Now, the fifth man in this series is Albert Einstein, a great scientist of the atomic era. Now, what he said about the safety, you know, he said safety is always observed in the midst of your work diagram, so that you can see the each and every corner of your work at safety point. This is very important thing. He has given the theory, atomic theory to the world, theory of relativity. He is also given by this great man. He is a unique and he is an unparalleled scientist. Now, the sixth man in this series, Napoleon Bonaparte, the King of France. King of France. No, what he used to say, there is nothing impossible in this world, everything is possible in this world. He said, impossible word is the found of fools. It is a study of fools. It is found in the study of fools. No, he always. Although Napoleon lost the battle of battle when he was prisoner in St. Helena Island, where he died gradually. But he was a man of courage and determination. His feeling and his behavior is, for example, of the younger generations. Now, the seventh man in this series is Fred Hurley, a great psychologist and sexologist of the year. Now, what he said about the sex is the center of the earth, all which came around. Now, he delighted the whole country by psychological achievements as well as the in field of psychology. He delighted the whole country. He published a number of papers on these subjects and delighted the whole world. Now, here one thing is very important I wish to say. Up till now, the three gentlemen, the three thinkers, they are called in Hindi Manishi. They are called in Hindi Manishi. First is Karl Marx, other is Albert Einstein, the field side, and second is Fred Hurley. These focus the whole world, and 3/4 of the population of the world is governed with this. It is very important, man. Three peoples united the whole world up till now. in different field. Now friends, I am going to end my thoughts by putting few lines of the William Wordsworth, a nature poet of the England. Let us see how these lines are. For when on my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, flash upon that inward sigh which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils, and dances with the daffodils, and dances with the daffodils. Then, and